What's up, guys? Cardiac Cat here. Today, in a little less than 30 minutes, we play the Chicago Bears. Been a couple weeks since I made a video. I think since before the Seattle game, which pissed me off. And last week we played the Cowboys, in which we outplayed the Dallas Cowboys for 60 minutes to lose to the refs. But I'm not going to go on a tangent about the refs. That's the X factor in the game. Every game is, some games, sometimes you get it called your way, sometimes you don't. It's just more disappointing when it directly affects the outcome of the game. It is what it is. You can't go back and change that. And I missed my exit, so. But today we got the Bears. They allow 13 points a game, one of the best defenses in the league. Lance Briggs, Julius Peppers, Charles Tillman, defensive line, linebackers, defensive backs are all sound. They're a really good team. Offensively, Brandon Marshall, Jay Cutler, who, people may feel different than I do. Jay Cutler, to me, is not a premier quarterback. I just don't think that he's a top 10 quarterback. Nonetheless, we're 1-5. The Bears are 5-1. If you're into looking at those kind of things, what I'm more or less looking at is that closer that we're 1-5, and we have 10 games left. So what's 1-5 mean? Well, 1-5 means that we can go 11-5. That's all that means. It also means we can go 1-15. So yeah, that's the two extremes of it. It's probably going to fall somewhere in the middle, and unless we change something and catch some luck, probably closer to the latter, which obviously none of us fans want. But we can start today against the Bears. Next week we go to Washington to face the Redskins, and after that we got the Broncos. So it's not really going to get any easier. And historically, over the last 15 years of the Panthers' existence, we've been bad versus running quarterbacks. So next week in Washington will be interesting. But if we can start out with a win right here, maybe win 3 in a row, which would be good. That puts us at 4-5, and I don't think 8-8 in the NFC will get to the playoffs. 9-7, I believe, can. For 9-7, we can only lose 2 more games. So when you look at our schedule, having to face the Falcons again, we got the Eagles in Week 12. We got a couple of tough opponents. Only being able to lose 2 games, it may be rough, but I think it's possible. As Panther fans, don't look for next season. Obviously, Jerry Richardson wants a Super Bowl title for the Panthers in his lifetime, which means sooner rather than later, and that's why he's making some of the drastic moves like firing Marty Hurney. I hope this proves to be beneficial in some way. Obviously, there's a lot of moves made this week, so definitely you can feel the atmosphere changing a little bit. And they said that Cam's demeanor at his Wednesday press conference was a lot more focused. So I don't know, take out of that what you will. I see, if we can stop their run game and make Jay Cutler pass the ball, it'll be a low-scoring contest. I don't think we're going to put up 30 points against their defense, but I also think that we are the most prolific offense that they've seen as far as talent-wise. Now, we're not gelling as an offense, but we have more talent than almost any offense in the league. And people can argue with me that all day long, but at every position, we have a premier player on offense. Tied in with Greg Olsen, quarterback Cam Newton, and he's had a rough start and inconsistent start, but people can't argue the fact that he is a beast. He's going to he has the ability to do great things. So he has the talent. Jonathan Stewart and D'Angelo Williams, they haven't had opportunity to get hot, but they're definitely two of the better backs in the league. At fullback, Mike Tolbert. Our offensive line's kind of banged up, but we still have, we're moving Jeff Handgartner to center, and we're putting Byron Bell back on the right tackle, so I think that's going to be good, especially facing the defensive ends that the Bears have today. Greg Olsen at tight end, Steve Smith at wide receiver. Brandon LaFell, I think he's going to be great. David Geddes, I think, is going to be coming back here soon. I don't think he's back for this game, but I think he's going to be back in the next couple of weeks. So we have the ability, where we have the talent to do great things. We're just not putting it all together, and so that's what we got to do. And we need to start that here today. There's no greater test than this. If we could shred this defense for 400 yards and maybe put in the mid-20 points on the board, that's going to be a great atonement to what we'll be able to do moving forward, and kind of get that monkey off our back of getting another win, since we haven't had a win since our second game against the Saints. But that's all I got for now. I'm going to jump up off here. I'm on my way to watch the game now, so hopefully that goes well. Hopefully we get a win. If not, it's not the end of the world, and it's not the end of the season. You're not out of the playoffs until you mathematically cannot make it. So, Panther fans, look at it that way. No one's mathematically out of the playoffs yet. Take it how you want to, and people could say, well, you're not going to win 10 games in a row. There's no way. Well, the Patriots won 16 games in a row. They actually won about 25 games in a row, if I'm not mistaken, before they lost in the Super Bowl to the Giants the first time. Yeah, I understand the Panthers aren't the Patriots, but then again, the Patriots weren't the Patriots in 2001. So anything's possible. Yeah, any real football fan knows that. So Panther fans, just keep at it, keep rooting, stay strong, stay faithful, and we're going to get it happen. We're going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen. It's going to happen soon. All right, out.